you. Change me, oh God. Wash me through and through. Create in me a clean heart so that I could worship you. I want you to change. Wash me, Lord, like you. Change. Wash me through and through. Create change me, oh God. Wash me through and through. Create in me. It's not for me to get no car right now. I just prayed, and I'm not gonna go back on that. I want to drive. I want to get a car, but getting a car right now that's not what I feel in my spirit to do. Not today, because they moving me around to be in places where other people done been. And they making it seem that's why you have these conversations, all these people conversations, and all these people conversations is about. Notice all the conversations is about legs, memory, employment, traveling. That's it. That's all you gonna hear on the phone. Is traveling, legs, and memory, and sickness, and checks. That's it. And that ain't for me to do right now. Cause that's all they doing is moving me around back to places where they already done been that I didn't know. And so if Tommy was working in 2012, then they go move me back to where Tommy was in 2012, change the date to 2012, and make that scenario happen in 2025, but make it 2012 to make me look like I'm old and you done forgot. And that's all they doing. And all of these places Why the only place you could get a car is in Fairburn. And ain't that what Ketchup Brother live? Ain't that where that Hyundai Elantra that never got a tag for a whole year, never got a tag, never got pulled over? The answer is no. You don't know what application this stuff go to. You just going out there and applying, and they take that application and link it to a Mexican or link it to something Ketchup done already got, because that's all you doing. That's all they want me to do is go back and play connect the dots with Ketchup and his life, his family, and that's all they want me to do. No. And you move into these places, and all they doing is poisoning food to make me try to make me handicapped. And that's why some stuff is not seen, like my phone today, phone yesterday. It's not on the grid because they're traveling with it. It's too quiet. Ain't no energy coming to it. And the only time energy come to it is when somebody call or when a message come. And whenever Roku send an alert to it, it's swapped because it don't send it consistently. So anytime Roku sends someone to it, it's messed up. And anytime Roku send it, somebody gonna text. And that's sending all of them alerts together. This connects it. You get a call, an email, something from Strayer, and that's connected. And that's how they do it. And no, I don't want to do that. It's not for me to get a car. You get a car, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be scared to drive it because they gonna wreck it. They gonna wreck it. As soon as you least expect it. And the answer is no. And you're gonna be getting a car they already done had, moved somewhere else, and they gonna say that's the only one they could give you. And it's gonna be already done had all kind of drug transactions and everything with it. Been at all these banks getting stuff out the ATM. Mexicans gonna been driving it. I don't want nothing to do with that right now. I don't feel like linking all that stuff. I'm trying to let my mind heal from linking so much. So no. I'm not gonna get something I want to drive. I want to go and dash and do all of that stuff. That's what I want to do. But you ain't in that type of situation. You're still being set up. Still praying and believing God for deliverance. So there's no sense in doing that, going out here, getting no car, and you're going to be scared to drive it, scared they don't put a bomb under it, scared it's a bomb under the hood, scared it's a bomb. No. What are you doing that, giving yourself a headache for? That's not the type of situation when you know good and well what the outcome is. They going to wreck it. As soon as you get it, they going to send an 18-wheeler after your ass. Period. You don't talk too much. That's why they want to keep talking about you need to get a car. God said ain't no God in that because God ain't the author of confusion. And God ain't the author of nothing that's going to give me that much stress. And God ain't the author of nothing that is coming with a setup. It's coming with a setup. It's coming with a multi-purpose setup. We need her in a car. It's not going to happen today. I'm not going to do that. And then they already said you have a car, so it look like you've been places with children. I'm not going to do that. You don't know what these people is moving around at the same time you moving around with these ugly kids. And they definitely station me with extra kids. And I think they only doing that because I run up a tax bill. And I'm not doing it. I ain't got no extra kids. I ain't taking care of no grandkids. I ain't molesting no kids. I'm not traveling. I ain't going out the country. I ain't in China. I ain't preaching. I ain't selling drugs. I ain't Mexican. I ain't gonna do none of that. And that's all they doing. That's all this is every day. Follow and link. Play connect the dots. Connect the dots with this one. And connect the dots with this one. And swap this day with that day. And this day you swapping with Ketchup. And this day you swapping with another man. Every man got the same address and the same name at all these houses. And I'm the one that's supposed to be crazy. But it's the same name at every house consistently for the past, since I've been here in 2023. I'm not gonna do it. I want to. I just prayed. I want to. My flesh wants to get a car. Who don't want to drive and have independence? I just prayed. And the Lord said, did you not link that fast? The answer is no. Don't do that. Especially don't apply for nothing in that area of Fairborn. Ain't that what Catch Up Brother work? The answer is no. Don't they send you death threats every time you go out there? Why would you go get a car from there? The answer is no. They don't like you out there. Why do they want to give you a car? Why do the devil want to give you a car? Ain't the devil in Fairburn? Don't he live there? He lives there. The answer is no. That's why you talking about apply and we just gonna give it to you. The answer is no. No. They're the same way them people is keep sending them death threats over and over and over again. Stay out of there. People already told you they don't like you. You know, told on everybody out there. Stay out from out there. What the hell you want to go out there and get a car for? The answer is no. Go out there, get a car, moving around, being too fast. They already done told you what they gonna do. All these people done had these 18-wheeler wrecks. Belle had one. Sharon had one. And every time you say something about what they had, they gonna do it to you. So what do you want to go out there get in the car for? Didn't you say that they had a wreck? So they gonna make everybody you. So don't go out there. Stay out of that situation. You've been taking the bus. What they want to just, the God blessing you with a car. Let God bless me with a house. You bless me with that. And then we'll get a car. Then I'll see some faith. Let God bless me with my own place to stay. Let God do that. I ain't finna go out there. If God blessing you with a car, you're going to be scared every time you get in the car. Them people already told you. People ain't trying to just help you. Why they want you to be in a car so fast? So you can wreck. Come on, wreck. Wreck and link drugs. That's it. Drugs and Mexicans. I don't want to do it. I just prayed and asked the Lord, and He said, that's not the will of God concerning you today. No. I need more of a place to stay on my own. I'm 48 years old and keep moving around to be in these traps. That's all they is. Elongated traps. Come over here and stay in this place and move over here and stay here and hold this. And this man done been here and this woman done been here. Okay, come over here now and go back over here. All of these different counties. Why everybody in all these different counties? Because they spilling it out. Come over here and stay in Clayton County. Then when you go over here in Clayton County, come over here and take pictures. That's why the lady said, I'll give you the money back and you can stay to Sunday because I need you 7 more days in this house. By that time, we'll be finished. No, girl, you got me tore up out your mind. Go get the other dude that been standing here swapping. And then you can just go back in that swapping. And every time they make the end before they make the beginning. And then they come back and then make the middle. I'm sick of this. I already know it. I did it too much. I'm not doing it. They tell you to end first, and then you sit up there and wait on them to do it. I'm not gonna keep doing that. I ain't gonna keep doing that. Tell you the end of what they gonna do first. You move in. Oh, we already put the man out. He got evicted, and we told him to put the stuff in the living room. So then they go ahead and make the whole situation true, and then use you to be in the same situation. That's why she told me, put your stuff in the living room. I ain't putting nothing in the living room. I paid you, but we just want to say that so you could be the man. And then we're gonna put the police that the man talked to at Walmart, because we know that you want to ask the police the question. So then we're gonna have the police call for backup, and that's gonna be the backup that came to the house when the dude would had to leave, and they told him he could go to the living room. So now we're gonna take that video and put it with this, and put the conversations and swap you with that profile. And then the girl that went to Texas, she gonna be in the other house. And then I'm not doing all that junk, man. I'm not gonna keep doing that. I ain't gonna do that. It's the difference when you don't know. When God done put you to know, I ain't gonna keep doing that. That's all they want me to do. Keep moving around, because you're a slave. You're a slave. So you keep moving around to the beat of their own drum. And they know that you're a slave, because everything where you would go is restricted. That's why you can't get a job. That's why they said McDonald's can't do the interview, because you're busy. She'll be out of the country picking up dope by then. She can't go to the interview, because we already had a man say he would an interview. So we just had you go along with that at the same time that a man is going along with an interview. So you could say the same thing and have an interview, but you're not going to an interview. They're going to have the other person show up. They just connecting and just messing up stuff all day. Sick of it. Tired of it. No. Not getting no car. Let me get a house. I want my own place to stay. Let God hook that up. Set me up with that. Set me up with that, and it will work out just fine. And put me to sleep and come in there and put all the drugs they want to all around me. I will take pictures every night. And they can just gladly come on in there and bust the hell out of me and take me right on to jail, and I would be so happy. Stage me in my own place to live. And you could gladly put me to sleep and have all kind of Mexicans come in there. I want my own house, my own place to stay. I'm 48 years old. And if I could be in here cooking and cleaning up in somebody else's house, I could be in cooking and cleaning up in my own. I could be swapping in my own house. That's what they did this whole time I was married. Anyway, swapping. So why can't I still swap in my own house? Every house I go to anyway is set up as somebody else's. So why can't I be in my own house? Because they want me to look retarded. You just going to stay in people's houses so you can swap. I was going to apply. I want to drive and be independent, but that's not what they're doing. They tell lies. They tell lies. That's all they do in the state of Georgia is tell lies. That's it. They don't do nothing else but tell lies. You go get a car if you want to, and they're going to send the biggest 18-wheeler they have. They're going to add 18 more wheels. It's going to be 36 wheels. And they're going to run the hell out of that car. Run it over. Can't even buy a chicken salad out of Kroger to eat. But they just all of a sudden supposed to be, oh, we feel bad and we want to make everything right and give you a car. I don't want no car. Give me a place to stay. Give me a place to stay and then stay out of it. And I will be glad. Give me a place to stay out of it, and I will gladly be quiet, just like I have been the past day or so. I've been quiet. I ain't said one word. Been here cleaning up, cooking, minding my own business. And every time they keep them pictures from being seen, that's because you're not where you are. And that makes me mad. Because you're not. Because if I was, why the pictures on YouTube keep being edited? Because you're not where you are. And all of these different places look like something else, and that's why they want you to keep going there. Because this one look like here, and come over here to Clayton County, and Clayton County look like Alabama, and come over here to Fairburn, and Fairburn look like Mexico, and come over here to DeKalb, and DeKalb look like Louisiana. I ain't finna keep moving around like that, being no slave. Put me in one spot, put the drugs where they need to be, and come on busting that like y'all don't know what's going on, and keep the dough in. They don't take all of that. They just drawing it out and make it a long process, and it's just stupid. Trying to make what they doing real. It's false. The evidence is false. So just go ahead and get it over with. Bring the drugs. I'm going to sleep. Wake up, and the drugs and a bunch of money around, and let the feds come kick the door in and call it a day. They're just doing too much. Moving me around. Okay, you go get dressed. Put the pots here. Put on the blue shirt. That's just dumb. Put the drugs right there on the table, and you wake up, and everything is just there. And then the drugs, feds come in, and then you caught red-handed. How did they get there? I don't know. And then you just go to jail. And that makes more sense. Because the drugs are there, and the cash is there. And then put some guns and some debit cards and make it fun. And call it a day. That's what they always do. Why we have to do this elaborate, expensive operation? Just wasting people's time and money. Just do it how they always do it for black people. Leave me alone. My phone ain't been connected since yesterday. They had it disconnected all day yesterday. I was pissed off about it. I just ain't say nothing. That phone ain't got no energy coming to it, because it's not. It's backwards. It ain't been connected. None yesterday. Ain't been connected this morning until all these darn calls and messages and emails and alerts start coming through. And Roku, that's what's telling it. That's what's telling it. You ain't get no Roku, any of that, no yesterday, You ain't get no indication, You ain't get no nothing, no motion, no nothing, But when as soon as somebody calls and you get an email, here come Roku. It's messed up. Not getting no car. go get a car so you can run up a bill out there, and then we'll get the car and then run the reg over here, and then use this one. I'm not gonna do all that swapping that junk, man. We're not doing all of that. These people about to go try to make me find the drugs myself. Let me help y'all. I will go get the drugs myself, bring them in here, or bring them somewhere else, go stand there, martyr, and here it is. Let's go. I'm sick of y'all. That way I can save my legs, my mind, my time, and all of that, and just go stand there and wait. Here is the drugs, and I found the gun. I don't know if it's worthy or not, or whatever, but here we go. Let's go to jail. I'm at MARTA. Can we go, please? Thank you. And they'll probably say, no, we don't have enough, so tell her we're busy. And they probably won't even come. I could literally call it in myself and they still won't come. I'm sorry, I'm down here. I'm at MARTA Peachtree. I'm at the headquarters. Can I get an officer to come out, please? I have drugs, guns, weapons, and everything. And I have 900 pictures of little boys' cocks. Can I get a police officer? And they probably say, no, we can't come out today. So tell her no. Don't answer the phone. Tired of them bothering me. I want to be left alone in peace. Keep swapping with these people, and the more you find out that the evidence is false, the more death threats you get, because they watching you. They watching you respond to what they doing, and when they don't like it, you get more death threats. It's crazy. Let us set you up, and don't you say a word, or we will kill you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That ain't even just shut up, it's shut the fuck up. We're setting you up, you're going to prison for the rest of your life, and you're getting deported. We're gonna put all kind of burritos in your ass. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to do no. I don't want to. I don't think. I just prayed about that, and I don't think that's what God want me to do. I want to do that, and what I want to do ain't what the will of God is, because the flesh is never in the right mood of the spirit. It don't never follow the spirit. So that's why the Bible says the flesh is at enmity with God, because the flesh always want to do what it want to do it its own way. You want to ride, you want to do this because you want to live regular life, and you ain't in no regular life. You're a slave right now. So until God deliver you, you can't do it your way. You can't have a car and ride and do DoorDash and have fun and have a boyfriend and have a life. You can't do that right now. You're being set up by the law because you said too much. And they just keep lying and saying that they're not, and they tell lies. That's all they do is tell lies, because they want to catch you off guard. They want you to catch you by surprise. So they just keep lying. If they was, then they wouldn't keep poisoning stuff at Kroger. Keep putting poison in the food, and that make this hurt right here, this bone in the back of your head, right here. It makes it hurt right here, and they keep doing it. They do it here. They did Chipotle got it, Walmart got it, and Kroger got it. You eat, and then this is gonna hurt. Soon as you start eating, it's immediate. So it targets your brain to target your movement, and they was doing it at Hemperley Road, and that's why my words was messed up twice over there. You was sleeping too long at Bethesda Road. Now, I'm on live, and everybody see she ain't sleep all day now. I'm not on Bethesda Road. I'm not getting put to sleep. I'm not getting gassed. So why are you awake? Because I'm not getting gassed. I'm not asleep all day. If I was lazy and on drugs, wouldn't she be on the same drugs over here? I wasn't on drugs. You're getting put to sleep because we're busy. So you go to Hemperley Road, you getting the poison. What was going on? You're moving these different counties. They doing different things. You in Clayton County, your ass going to sleep. Good night. You're going to sleep. You go to Fulton County, we're going to tear your ass up in the back of your head. We put you in the wheelchair because you're in Fulton County. Then you come over here, you ain't getting put to sleep, you ain't had the pain right here. Might just be you getting set up. I'd rather just get set up. But if every county you go to, it's going to do their thing, because it's what they do. And that's just the way that it is. You go to Clayton County, your ass going to bed. You go to Fulton County, we dirty, we been dirty, and Fulton County don't like me either, for the simple fact of you told on a police officer, and you wrote a statement, and it was true, and he took your phone and gave it to somebody else in 2008 when I got arrested for the fake arrest with Ketchup, and the debit card that they gave me to get out of jail like it was mine, that they already had, and they took my money that came out of the ATM machine and gave it to somebody else. And they want me to not say nothing about that at all. So you go to Fulton County, we got heat coming with that, and you go to Fulton County, didn't you just say something about the deputy or something online about the lady because she said something about Donald Trump? So they don't like you. And you still know too much. So no, you go over there, you ain't eating nothing. So you on Hemperley Road, that's why they did it like that. And then the lady talking about stay in here a week. I wish I would stay in this house a week. I wish I would. Because it was like they tried to act real quiet when I was on Hemperley Road when I moved in there. They tried to act because they be wanting to, let's see if she gonna notice. Hook up the network. Go in her room. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up because it's weird. Everybody in every house you move to, these rooming house, why everybody keep the living room TV off? Nobody comes out of their room at the same time. Nobody have nothing to say. Everybody got the same names. Roku gonna do the same thing. Every network gonna change at the same time. Everybody gonna have these ugly kids that they just keep coming around. I'm not dealing with that, man. I'm done with that junk. That junk is retarded. I'm about 2 seconds from just finding drugs on my own and just calling the police on myself. Hello, 911. This is Crystal Ketchup. I am at Piedmont Center in Marta, and I have drugs and I have weapons. Please come get me. Yes, I'm calling on myself. I am here. I'm waiting. I'm in full cooperation. Please don't shoot me. I'm not going to hurt y'all. I just want to go to jail so these people can leave me the hell alone and I can keep my legs, my brain, my arms, my mind, and I don't end up being killed. Please come get me. I'm ready to go to jail and I will gladly sign a waiver to spend the rest of my life there just so that I could be left the fuck alone because they will not leave me alone at all in Clayton County or Fulton County. They are retarded. And I need for you to please just come get me up. I went and found the drugs. I'm not even sure if they're real drugs. I just went and found something that will be worthy of a police coming that can put me in handcuffs. Please come get me, please. I'm not going to hurt y'all at all. I am non-violent. I just want to go to jail so I could be left alone. Thank you so much. You have a blessed day, and I am on YouTube Live calling you. So please come with care because if you come to kick me in my back and take me to jail, I just want you to know that you're going to be on live. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. That's just like 2 seconds from that's happening, like two. Literally, like two. I just don't know. I'm not a criminal, so I don't know where you could find drugs from, but I'm quite sure if I go over to Clayton County, quite sure they will find something to give me. Maybe I can make some, then do it like them, and just get some flour and put it in Ziploc bags and just put a lot of it and just go stand at MARTA and say, hey, look what I got, guys. And I'm on the train on the way to Mexico. Just so over it, like over it. It just doesn't even make no sense. Just like keep aggravating somebody like that when I'm quiet, and then when I'm quiet, I'm telling you they don't like it when I be quiet. I'm quiet, not bothering nobody. I literally was thinking this morning, get off the phone, guys. Get off the phone, please. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying because I'm literally sick of the death threats. I'm sick of turning on the TV and seeing a white man with a pistol pointed to the TV. I mean, how many shows can have the same screenshot? How many can have the same thumbnail? Every time you turn on the TV, it's a white man with a gun pointed towards the TV. Every single time, no matter where the TV is, no matter where it is. It could be at Walmart, it could be at the doctor's office, it could be on MARTA, it could be wherever. It's going to be a white man with a gun pointed to the TV because you're saying something about what he's doing when he knows that what he's doing is wrong. But because he don't give a shit, because you're a fucking slave and you're beneath him, he doesn't care. He just don't want to hear you. Because as a slave, you don't have no options. You get set up or you die. Or you work or you die. But it's no in between. It's no like, oh, we're going to hear you. Oh, she's right. No. Shut the fuck up or we will kill you. And I'm just saying. Can we just hurry up and go to jail, please? Because this is boring. And I can't believe it. And if I could sit up here and just look at how boring this is. Really? Really? That's how I'm looking at them. Really? The fact that I know you're on the phone when you're on it, and they don't think nothing's brilliant about that. That God allowed me to have these robot tendencies. That when you have witches praying that my dreams be really, really, and the fact that God would even tell me that still don't make these white people saying she's something. We don't know what this is. So it's just like you still get the same threats, and that's just how do you know somebody on your phone? There's no energy coming to it. It's forwarded elsewhere. I could just tell. I just know. There's no data coming to it. There's no traffic. It's just blank because it's all the content is directed somewhere else. Because you're traveling. And someone's moving around you. It's annoying. It's aggravating. And you just go and walk back into this. All right, catch up was in Bermuda in May of 2020. So Clayton County on Sycamore Drive has a tree that looks like we can make that Bermuda, and so we can turn that and put a couple of trees in the yard and probably get some construction and just keep doing. It's stupid, it's boring, it's expensive. All of these people are involved doing it, and it's boring. And the more you look at it and the more they do it, the more you get threatened because they're watching you and they're mad because they have all of these degrees and all of this money and they're rich and you're able to figure out what they're doing because it's boring and it's a plot. And if you know the plot, then all you have to do is figure out the narratives that hook to it and the variables that you need to make it possible. So it doesn't matter what angle they use, it's still going to go back to this dumb, retarded, evil ass phone. And once it go back here, every time the plot is going to be canceled. I don't care how sophisticated it is. I don't care where it took place. I don't care if it was overseas. I don't care if it was in Taiwan. I don't care if they did it in Mexico. When it connects on this dumbass phone, it's going to be void. And they need to take that and turn that around and see the brilliance in what God gave me. Because it's Romans 8:28. It turns around. All things work together for good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. And God allowed the situation to make it work for his purpose. I don't care how smart artificial intelligence is, it's not smarter than God. And it's humans' answer to so many things. But God is all things. And when they figure that out, when science stops trying to be smarter than God, then they'll see the brilliance in this. Because even with putting AI in control, man and the law is scared because they don't know how far AI will go or how far it needs to go in the world, but God does. And this phone is garbage, period. It's trash, it's garbage, it's evil. I hate it. It's all things demonic. The way you could set somebody up with this and make them look at it. And every time you look at the stupid, ugly, dumb camera right there, I hate it. I hate this phone. I hate it. I hate it. hate it. And God made me smart. To know that you don't need it. You don't need this phone like they got it. It's done. You could be looking at something and it's your stupid SIM card. The towers is not telling you. That's anybody. If you don't see that that's retarded, then you're retarded. Because a SIM card, the towers should tell you when there is extra activity on your SIM card or on your line or on your email that is not the government. Period. Period. And the government should be able to see that without having to open a full-on investigation. They should be able to see that. Period. And if your phone is not doing that, it's garbage. It's pure garbage. And they don't want me to have it. Period. That she has a plan. And we know she do because we know God talks to her. Because she's not any of the things that we said. That's how we know God talks to her. She's not a criminal. She's not a pedophile. She's not a drug dealer. She's not freaking Mexican. That's a nigger. She's not a man. She's a female. She is none of these things. But she has a brilliant idea. We can't let a black person have that. That's what this is, really. You gonna be a black girl with a phone, your own phone, in the United States of America, where all of these rich white men, do you know that will put you over IT? White people is shitting bricks. What the hell is this going on? That coon? Got all that, yes, that coon. Listen to it. She came up with a plan, and it's brilliant. And we actually like it. But she talks too much. And if she get out and have all that money, she's gonna take all these cell phone companies down. They're gonna want hers, and she's gonna have now be over all of those phones and have all of this technology at her disposal. And they don't like it. Period. They don't like it. But if I was white, they would like it. If I was Chinese, they would like it. But I'm black. And we have a black basketball player. We have Oprah Winfrey over all things social media and reality and talk show. We have golf, and we have tennis, and we even have transgender, RuPaul. We have all these things, but don't get into that IT and computers. And she black. That's a whole different ballgame. You know how much money that is? That's the new Christian version of Steve Jobs. That's avocado. Cause my phone ain't gonna have no apple. It's an avocado on the back. Because the avocado is gonna give me a battery. And it's gonna be green line. And on my phone gonna be all brilliant shades of green. And hooked to all these different things with my social media app and my security system and all of that. And it's brilliant. They like it. But a black girl gonna be over that? Dang. That's what the problem is. It's not really because I told on police officers. They don't give a trash. They black. They don't care. That's just what they use. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you got a good ass prison reform plan, and you got a cell phone opportunity, and we don't want a black person to be take over Apple, and Apple won't be the shit no more. Apple is all running it right now. Ain't no phone better than that. And they don't want no black girl to come out there. She came out with a battery and a phone. That's a whole different level. And the system on her phone is a whole different level. And it works. And I know it worked because look what I'm able to catch on it with no hands. And if I could do that, and the law is watching me do that, and they don't want to say, dang, we gonna get her a job. That nigga smart. She caught these people with no hands, nothing, just God. And God gave her an idea, and we like it. And I don't see why I get death threats. I don't see why they don't want it. If I was white, they would use me. They would let me work. And it's not fair because my phone is good. My phone is a good idea. It is security. It's real security. And it's real security for the government. It's really good for the law. And it's so many good things. It's a solution to everything they accused me of. God heard it. You said I was money laundering? Solved. You said I was traveling to sell drugs? Solved. You said I was being different people? Solved. You said I wasn't paying taxes? Solved. What didn't God fix? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because God fixed everything they accused me of. He solved it. Well, you can't do this anymore if you do this. Well, you can't do this anymore if you do it this way. I think my phone is brilliant. I'm proud of it. I'm not apologetic about it. I'm not. If they were to ask me, would you have told Homeland Security about your phone idea? Yeah, God told me to. And I went to church and I asked, and Nina at church at Calvary whatever it is, said, then go for it. If God told you that, and that's the sign that you got, it was Joel Osteen, which was them. It was the sign in the sky, and it was the time. And it was all those three things back to back. Back to back. And I think it was even the date. Back to back. And that's in minutes. It was the TV, it was Joel Osteen, and it was the morning I was at the hospital, San Antonio, and then I came outside, I went to the bathroom first, and I couldn't believe it. And then it had a message on TV, I couldn't believe it, and they had cleared out the whole waiting room in San Antonio Hospital, and nobody was in there to see that message but me. And I went to the bathroom and I was overwhelmed. And I said, they are talking to me and I'm black. And I was overwhelmed. And I was like, what to do? And then I left, and it was the big sign in the sky, the cross. Then I looked on my phone, and it was another, and I started writing. And then the song came on, and then everything was just all of these signs at one time. And I wrote, and I'm not sorry about it. I just want to do what God said, and I just know that I can, with what He's given me, I can really, really make this world a better place. I can really fix it. I can fix this stupid phone. I can fix healthcare, and I can help St. Jude, and I can help I can help black people be free finally. I can help I can help all of these different things, and I can really, really help the world because I can make a battery. And if God didn't want me to do that, then he wouldn't have told me. He did. He did. You don't have a choice. Jonah didn't have a choice. When God told him to go to Nineveh, you can't tell God no. And when he said, tell them what I said, because they were watching, God knew that they were watching me for something I wasn't doing. So he did it to protect me and to get the glory out of it. That's what he does. And I don't see why they don't see that. They were lying to put me in jail. And God took over the matter and said, I'm going to make you brilliant for my purpose, because you have this audience of people that you have attracted to yourself. And I'm going to save you and talk to them. And I want you to tell them what I'm going to do, and that I'm going to save the world again, and that I'm going to return, and that I love them, and that I'm going to give them a treat, because that's what he does, and that's what his Bible says, because he said that he draws people with love and kindness by being kind to them, and they will need the treat because they need to see past artificial intelligence, and that's why he's going to get the glory out of this, because he's not going to let AI get control of the situation to where people are looking at this robot more than looking at him. So he's going to be over that. And I feel like God made me a female version of Moses, Esther. I had to go to the king. I had to say this. Mommy said it.
When I was 9 years old, I went to uh, Darren McCoy. God can have him. God can give him a memory, and he can tell him. If God says so, I can ask him, "Do you remember Alvin Bush?" And he'll say yes. Do you remember the blue tent in Augusta? He'll say yes. Did his daughter? This is his daughter. Did she ever come to you and pray about her dreams? And God will say, God can tell him to say yes. God can make him remember. And I was there. I was 9, and I went to him and I said, I keep dreaming about the end of the world. I don't know what it is. My dreams are not right. But it wasn't. It was God using me. Then Mommy told me, you will not be normal, Crystal, and people are not going to like you. And in school, they always said she's bright. Everybody said she's bright. She's bright. She's bright. She's smart. I didn't go to kindergarten. I didn't go to kindergarten. I went straight to first grade. I knew it already. It was boring. I didn't want to go. And so they told Mommy, we just gotta test her, bring her in for testing. And they did, and I passed. And I had never been to kindergarten, didn't know any of that. I just was smart. And they said she's she's a little gifted. She's never had this before, and she knows it already. And God just let me be smart only because He knew the people that was around me, not to be arrogant or to be belligerent or to be a nuisance or to be, I'm not above the law. I just want to help them. I just want to help and to use this gift that He's given me to be smart and help the world. That's all I want to do. I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't see why you have to get death threats because of that. Because white people can do it. They do it all the time. They do whatever they want to do. And when you black, they just want you to be dumb. Like the lease the lady gave me, they want you to be dumb. You just have to be dumb. They want you to be really stupid. And I just feel like I know without a shadow of doubt that God has given me something that is supposed to change the world. And nobody gets that for free. Everybody have to go through something. Pharaoh told Moses he was going to kill him. He sent 700 men after him. I don't have that many after me. Okay, maybe. But, you know, so you, you, everybody that was gifted in the Bible, they had problems when God told them to tell somebody something. Nobody just wanted to hear it. They just didn't. Oh, all right. So you're gonna build an ark? Okay, cool, great. Let's get some music and get some wings and let's have fun. Nobody. They thought he was nuts. And when I said that, God said that He doesn't want two-factor authentication, that He wants six-factor authentication. They, oh, she's the devil. She's the witch. She's talking to the devil. They're not talking to the devil when they be lying and setting me up and using pots and clothes and changing dates. That's not the devil. I'm not the devil. I'm telling the truth. I just want to help. I just want to fix it. And so I'm just saying, who better fix it than me? I just think that's the only reason God gave me this platform, whether it's negative or positive, because He knew who was watching. And so He gave me these awesome ideas. I'm going to show you how to build. They called you a Mexican. Mexicans build all day. So I'm going to use that. They called you a man. I'm going to free man. They called you, they used your phone. I'm going to fix it. He answered the question. They put it online. They said that they said they needed $53 million to fix cybersecurity. And I told the Lord, oh, that would be a wonderful opportunity. And He said, I think so too. Let's do it. And that's what He did. And then when I told him, well, God said that He wants to fix it because he saw your ad, because I did. And I told him. And God said, this is the way to do it. And they said, she's going to jail. You can't win for losing. So I would go to jail if God allowed it. I just think that that's only going to make it worse for them, because God is just gonna, He's not going to not get the glory because some people don't like it. That's not the way it works. And I belong to Him, and He really, 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 really wants me to do this for His own purpose, and even some purposes that have not been revealed to me yet. All I know as of today is we're going to get power that we have never had, and it's going to be energy, and we're going to make it. And I know that healthcare is going to change, and I know that's going to be awesome. And I know that we will have a new battery, and I know we will have a new phone, and I know that we will have, and I know that the cure for cancer is here. And I know that Tesla will fly first. And I know that, I don't care if they have other models, Tesla models is going to put every other model back on the market under construction again because of the way they're going to do it. And I know the Tesla Ejector that God gave me is going to be the number one car in the world, and I seen it already. I dreamed it, and it was in the water. So much horsepower, it couldn't sit still. The back was doing this in the water, and it was all of that horsepower, which is going to be called something different, but and everybody was watching it, and it was in like a big body of water, and it was people all around the water, miles and miles and miles of people watching it finna do its takeoff, and it was gonna run down the whole thing, and everybody was out there to watch it. Everybody. It was a really, 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 really big event, and it was in the water, and I seen it, and it was green. And I could see it now in the same dream that I had, and everybody was out there to watch it. It was a premiere. And they had a man driving it, and he took off, and it was the debut of it.
and everybody came to see this car that can drive on water. And God will do that because He walked on water. And so they can't tell me that God is not going to do that. Yes, He is, because He already told me how to do it. And I dreamed that too, that I was in the Tesla factory with my lab jacket on. And I said, God said to take this, and there's a gap between these two engines that you're going to put together. And you're going to weld them together once you independently make them. And I had separated the whole makers into teams. And I said, we're going to have a team to do the motor, a team to do the exhaust, a team to do this. I need a team to do the tires, a team going to do the inside. And we're going to put these computers together. We're going to build complex, but simple. Think simple, but we're building complex. And God was telling me to tell what I was talking to each team. And we came together and we put it all together. And the exhaust is green, but it's really not. It's an illusion, but it's green. And the pipes is so big. And when it cranks up, it's a computer. So the sound is brilliant. It's not this sound that you hear from these cars that's racing and all that exhaust and stuff. It's not doing that. It's the artificial sound of it, but it's better. It's a brilliant sound because it's energy. And so in it gives this green light that comes around the pipes, and it's amazing, the display. And I was in the lab and I was building it with him, and I said, okay, God said to put the computer in the inside of a casing, and the hood on this is glass, and we're going to run it all the way through, and these lights are going to come all the way through to the back, because this is what's going to connect to give us the display to the back. And then we're going to put the motor in a casing, and that's going to stay lit no matter what. And then we're going to come through and put the intelligence on the side, and so it's going to be like it don't have no keys to it. The car don't have keys, so it's going to communicate through like a little something that like go on your house, but I don't know what you would call it, but it's going to be it's going to be made in the door, but it's going to communicate with a device, but it's not a key, and it's not necessarily a key fob, but it communicates with the owner because it has like a mixture of facial recognition, and it does your fingerprint and everything, so you can't steal the car or whatever. And once it recognizes you, then it will talk to you, open up, let the windows down, do whatever you say, because it's totally voice command. It's all things voice activated. So when you get in, hello, Crystal, where would you like to go today? Would you like for me to drive you, or would you like for you to drive yourself? Or you could set it to automatically drive you or drive yourself. And if you say that you can drive today, or I want companion mode, then the stern wheel won't come out, and you'll just get in and tell it, where do you want to go? I want to go to New York. I need to be there. I have an appointment. Okay, Crystal, we're headed to New York. I have such and such and such and such of energy that will allow me to get there. Your estimated time is blah, blah, blah. We will be there. Put on your seatbelt, or it will go ahead and put the seatbelt on, and you're gone. And it's driving. The seats are swivel. You can lay back, recline, whatever. and you're gone. If you need to get anything to eat on your way, stop off here. Find me the next Steak and Shake on the way. Okay, I have a Steak and Shake coming up in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Would you like to, was that too long? And you'll be talking to it. And that is the way that it will be. And so I don't think God made me this smart for me to die or for me to go to jail for the rest of my life. But I do think that God did it and everybody won't like it. They're not supposed to. Everybody didn't like Jesus. But he had a purpose. And I might not have the best delivery at all times, but I have a good heart. I'm not really, I'm not a snitch at all. I'm not really trying to get people in trouble. I want to do what God told me to do, and I want to fix problems that they said we have. Because if they said that I did it, then God said, I'm going to fix everything you accused her of. So they will know that it's me. So money laundering, I'll fix it. Tax evasion, I will fix it. Fraud, I will fix it. I don't know why you get in trouble for that. It's not for me to get in trouble because, I'm telling them the officer that lied and said that. That's not what this is about. It's about, okay, well, if they said that I did this, God said, okay, good, this is the way you fix it. This is the way you do it. Okay, got it. Because this is what you have to do the crime. All right, so God said, all right, cool. God said do it like this, and then you won't have that issue no more. And I don't see why you get in trouble for that. I don't see why they don't be like, we like her. Because I don't, but then again, I don't really have to be liked. I just want to be left alone to do what he told me to do, because I don't feel like that's bad. So, anyway, that's what it is. I don't think I have done anything wrong or anything, I think I'm legendary. I don't think there will ever in this world be another me or that can do what I have done, good and bad. And bad is in she actually went on live and told them people that did stuff in a setup. Bad. Good, nobody ever be able to do what she did with the phone. I'm known for that. I think I should be compensated for that. Did she go in the store and find people that were using her phone? Yes, she did. Did the law watch me do that? Yes, they did. I don't know why I wasn't put on CNN at that moment. Why I was not on late breaking 5 o'clock news. Look at what this black girl can do. And how can we use her? I would like to be used for that. I wouldn't even have to totally get the credit for the phone or whatever. I wouldn't care about that. I don't get all of the money from it anyway. 95% of it has to go back to do what God said it has to do. And 95 equals 5. And those are purposes that he has ordained. So it's not like all of the money that comes from these ideas you're getting to keep you're not. You have to do what God said to do, because the money is supposed to come from the church. And I keep telling them that that's what God said. It's not about me. You build the church and put all of that money into the church and take care of the people, because that's the church's job. They're not supposed to be going to the county building asking for welfare. They're not supposed to be over at the Social Security Administration asking for disability and all this other stuff. The church is supposed to heal them, take care of them, provide for them. That's the church's job. And I'm not saying that disability is a sin and all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that God told me that that's the church's job. That is their responsibility. That's what they're supposed to do. So that is the role. That's the job. That's the outcome. It's not supposed to be that you are doing, all of these people are out here and they are on drugs and are hungry and are sick. Jesus did not allow that. He walked and he told them, we go into a new area every day. And that's why I told them that God said I'm supposed to travel. I'm supposed to go to every state and turn it green. I know that might not sound, I know it doesn't sound like what somebody would normally do, but that is what pastors do. They go around, and I'm a teacher, and I'm just going to change the environment. I'm not there to be your pastor. I'm just there to give you what God said about each state and what God said for you to do that links to the next state that will turn you green, and how you're to help your community and what God wants you to do, and the implementations that he said he wants done in each state. And I turned Atlanta green. In the spirit, it's green already. I did what God told me to do here. I built and said what God said for me to say here. I did the Starbucks Museum. I did the prison reform start here. I gave them resources to build the communities. I took all the homeless people off the street. I turned MARTA green. I provided the resources for that. I did Greyhound. I built the artificial part of the police station. I put in affordable housing. I put in a federal agency to do Feed the Hunger. I did everything that God told me to do in the city of Atlanta, and it's different. And it's money here, and billionaires come here, and I fixed it. And I gave the police a raise. I put in artificial intelligence on the street to keep the community safe. I put in security at the schools, no more violence there. I did everything that God wanted me to do. Now my next city, I don't know what my next city or state is. I haven't gotten the assignment yet, but I did what I was supposed to do in Atlanta. I did what I was supposed to do in California. If California would listen, then, I don't know how it would be, but I know that when I was there, I told them, God said that you should be building differently. And I told them, if God said it won't be any more droughts, because you'll be getting your water supply from somewhere else. And the highway leads all the way from how they brought me. It connects, I think, to Florida, they said. And so why would God do that? Because that's the highway they said that I was on, and I wasn't. So everything that they lied about, God said, I'm going to make a miracle with this. And that's what he did. So then you go to another place, and God said, okay, this is what I want to do here. I've never been to Detroit, but Detroit came to me. And so when it came to me and the man was on the train and said he was from there, I asked God, well, what do you want to do there? And that's when I got Tasha Cobbs. This is a move. And he said he wanted to do a move there because there's no opportunities for African Americans there. That's what God said. I've never been there. So I asked the man, I said, is it a lot of opportunity there? And he said, none. And I said, myself, that's what God said. God said there's none. And that's why the violence is bad there. And so God says, since there's none, we're going to put the first battery center is going to go there so that all of those people can have good jobs. And then we're going to put a racing arena there. And then we're going to put a technology center there so these young people can have something to do. And when they have something to do that motivates them, that stays open a long time, they have jobs and now they have recreation. And now they're not in the street with guns. Then we'll have the buyback program there, and then we'll have a we'll have CORE there. And so now we're winning. So I turned them green. So then I asked, okay, well, what's the next place we're doing? And then I just wait for him to say, and this is what we're going to do. I know I have New York to do. You know, I have Florida to turn green. And then different restaurants and places that I have to do. But I do it when the ideas come to me. And I don't think I should be in trouble for this because I can't help what God tell me to do. It's not a choice. You don't get to say, oh, I ain't doing that because the law told me to shut the fuck up. You know, oh, you try it if you want to. What does the Bible say? Oh, I fear me because I got control over your body and your soul. The law just got control over your body. But I got control over your soul. So I have to go with what he says. I'm sorry. Might cause death threats, but I have to say what God said. I have to say that because that's what he said is Bible. And I have to do that. God doesn't like slavery. And he doesn't like people not having what they need. And he doesn't want these people dying out here that need him. And he don't want artificial intelligence running the world where people don't know what to do and don't have no hope. He doesn't want that. So he's getting ahead of that and giving instructions, and this is biblical too, because he said in the end, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, and they will dream dreams and prophesy. He said on all flesh, men and women. And they will tell you what I want to have done, because he knows they're going to be listening to everything else. And they're going to be relying on artificial intelligence. And he don't want people doing that. He wants people to rely and trust in him. In the Bible, it tells us 3 things will rule in the end, and artificial intelligence ain't one. It's the dragon, it's the false prophet, and it's the antichrist. And that's not artificial intelligence. It's leading the way. It's close. And you know it's not artificial intelligence because the Bible says it's a man that's going to come from afar off. And that's because of what God is saying right now. And I have to go because I have to get ready. And I have to move my clothes out of the way. And so I don't want to just keep going through this. I don't even want to keep talking about this every day. I get up and pray about my life every day. And every day that God helps me live and be motivated is for me to make the world a better place. It's not for me to keep sitting up here having faith about my freedom. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I get upset about that. They want me to have faith and pray about my freedom that the Constitution already gave me. The Constitution already gave me that. Why do I have to have faith for that? Why do they want me to pray for that? Just leave me alone and just let me do what God told me what to do. And if they do that, I promise you, I will be the richest thing you've ever seen tomorrow. Because it's already billionaires that watch me. I saw them and knew they were watching me in California. I had the best signs there, and I should never have come back here, ever, ever. I came back here because Ketchup called me, and I thought that they were going to arrest me, and I wanted to get arrested so that they would leave me alone. And I came back, and they were not ready. God didn't necessarily tell me to come back here. I didn't ask. I just wanted to get out of the house of horrors. So I don't want to get into this thing with uh with this. I should have never come back here. I should have stayed in California and kept my mouth shut because God said He was giving me my freedom, and California did that. And I should have stayed quiet. And I wouldn't be here, and I'd probably already be rich because I had won white people up there. And I get back down here to this slave state, and they don't know how to act. And I should have stayed up there where I was. I had white men coming in Bentleys and everything else, and a green Porsche, and all of these cars with specialty tags, and putting fruit all over the ground, and green lines and avocados, and I'm waking up the green pins and all that. And I get down here to this junk. I should have never came back down here. I should have kept my mouth shut and called it a day. Come down here to this junk. I already had won in California. They didn't want nothing to do with it. I had never been there before. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. I ain't told on nobody there. I'm doing good. White people is taking off their hats to me, and I come back down here to this junk. Slave state. Should have never came down here. Now I don't even know if I can go back. Done with this junk. This junk is boring. And I ain't gonna be on here talking all day. Keep putting my face on these stupid cameras. Junk is stupid. It's boring and it's outdated.